Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Blue Archive video. Now a lot of you guys have told me regarding this particular Steam page. Finally, Blue Archive is now officially available on Steam client. Now let's talk a little bit more about this, give you guys my thoughts, my ideas, my opinions regarding the official launch. As you guys can see, Steam Store is going to be available right now as of me recording this video, but you cannot fully download it yet or pre-download it yet until 2nd of June, which some of you guys might already be on 2nd of June, but it's going to be a few hours later before you can basically do the rest of the things, right? So let's talk a little bit more about this, because Steam client, or basically the Blue Archive PC client, this is going to be the official one, and plenty of pre-registration rewards are going to be available as well to you. So now plenty of cool additional things will be there. So one is going to be the wishlist notice, and of course you are going to be able to obtain additional things as well. Now, if you guys are not aware, there's going to be a couple of things to take note regarding the PC client. So let's jump into it and let's talk a little bit more about the current state of emulator versus the PC client. Now, I am a avid emulator player. I do play Blue Archive on emulator, and the emulator that I use is going to be LD Player. Not sponsored, by the way, at least not in this video. I was sponsored by them back then in the past. Either BlueStacks, LD Player, plenty of emulators are going to work. Now, I get it that a lot of players, they don't really like emulators as much, and totally that's fine. With PC client, or at least with Steam, now you have options to basically play either using emulator or on Steam. I doubt they're going to restrict access on the emulator. If that happens, hopefully we'll have a separate announcement for that, because like Nikkei, they basically announced that separately, that they will not be officially supporting emulator, so that's why it was blocked, right? But you can see right here, one thing to note is regarding Blue Archive on Steam right now. As you can see, this is going to be the official page right here, available. It is going to be published by Nexon Korea. So some of you guys might be wondering, is emulator still going to be of any use to you? Now, if you are playing the JP client for Blue Archive, then you're going to need emulator still. Now, because JP is published by Yoastar, it is a little bit confusing, I get it, but Nexon publishes the global version, whereas the JP version is by Yoastar. So as far as I know, if you are trying to, or if you are still playing on JP client, let's say you are playing Blue Archive on JP and on global, then this particular Steam client most likely only works for the global version. Again, we'll test it out as it goes, because the publisher difference here is going to be substantial. If it's the same publisher, they might be able to pull it off, but because it's different, therefore that's going to be how it is. If you are playing on JP, you still most likely will need the emulator, right? Now, as you can see, we got some interesting tags going on as well. We got the cute, funny, anime, story-rich, RPG, epic. Now, I'm a big fan of cute and funny, right? Everybody here loves cute and funny, especially if I were to click the cute tag, where would I be led to? Okay, party animals, no idea what this is, a little left. But yeah, regardless, that's going to be a very interesting tag as a whole, cute and funny. But here's the thing about this particular game, right? You are seeing one thing right here that is being mentioned. This game is marked as containing frequent nudity or sexual content. You are seeing this game because you have set your preferences to allow this content. Alright, so basically, if you are not able to see the game, you have to go to your preferences to allow these things. Apparently, Blue Archive has frequent nudity, which I don't think there is. Like, let's be honest, right? As someone that's a big fan of cute and funny, is there any frequent nudity? I don't think so, right? Like, if you look around at all of these cute and funny L to D, right, I don't think there's like any like crazy thing going on around, right? So I have no idea what they're talking about, but definitely if you are not seeing Blue Archive on your Steam, make sure you go to your preferences and you gotta toggle that. I'm not sure what is the toggle, because mine by default is already allowed, so you have to find it somewhere in the settings, right? Now, again, wishlist, get notified when it's available. So alongside with that, alright, Steam client release celebration event. So right now, As you can see, this is going to be the languages allowed, right? So English, traditional Chinese, Thai, Korean, and then the audio can only be Korean dub or Japanese dub, right? They are going to warn you right here, very, very important warning. This game contains some suggestive images and dialogue that may not be suitable for all ages, and access may be restricted for users in certain age groups, right? So they're showcasing a Bina right there and tracksuit Yuka right here, foster bonds with the girls in relationship stories. Now, as of now, system requirements seems pretty, I would say pretty low, right? If you are an i3, you will be able to play this, alright? And then 4 GB of RAM, GTX 650 Ti, GeForce. That's a really old graphics card, right? 650? Huh. Version 11, and you need about 19 GB or 20 GB of storage space. That's going to be what it is. It seems like the game requirements is not going to be that extreme, so which I'm a big fan of. Now one good thing alongside with the launch, as you can see, they're also going to give out a milestone, right? So hopefully, if you guys haven't already, please go to the Steam page. I will link it in the description below, and make sure you add wishlist on the store Steam page, because every wishlist matters. If we are able to get it to 100,000 wish lists, that means we are going to get a 10 free pool tickets. So what are you guys waiting for? Let's go. All right, let's get this up to 100,000. I'll make sure to do my part as well. I'll add that. Okay, so that's going to be what it is, right? So this is going to be the things that we are getting, right? 25,000. We're gonna get the commission books. We're gonna get this one, and then we're gonna get some expert permit tickets. Those are going to be useful, but of course, hopefully we get that 10 free tickets. That is going to be what is most important for most players. Put an age rating on the game so I can wishlist it. Now apparently I'm reading some of these Twitter messages. It seems like some country don't have this available. Restricted countries is China and Germany. So I guess if your country is China or Germany, you don't have access to Blue Archive on Steam, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's going to be what it is. Again, if anyone from Germany is watching this, let me know if it's true, right? Because I'm kind of curious why Germany specifically. Because like I thought EU has like a very standardized laws across all the countries, but I guess Germany is way more strict when it comes to Blue Archive. Oh no, it's not available in Belgium as well. So that's going to be a big problem, right? So as you can see, some countries, usually countries in EU, tends to be more strict when it comes to gacha games as a whole, based on my experience covering mostly gacha games on this channel, right? I've seen it Belgium, Netherlands sometimes, and in this case Germany. As you can see, the item is unavailable in your region. It is going to be a little bit unfortunate, but I have a feeling some of this is just because they never set the preferences to allow this content to be found, right? So if you guys haven't already done that, make sure you guys do this first, right? Make sure you allow to show any like nudity or sexual content kind of games, so that Blue Archive is going to show up. Because I think a lot of people just assume this is going to apply to only the 18 plus games, but even though this game is not 18 plus, but it's, I don't know, man, I don't know how this works, but that's just how it is. Now, as opposed to that, we also get a surprise gift right now in the game. So make sure you guys log in. Again, very, very good. That's going to be very, very important. As you can see, they have already given it out to you on your mailbox. So make sure you guys are logging in, claiming those things. Those are going to be very, very important. Plenty of tactical training Blu-ray choices. And just a quick announcement, Total or Grand Assault roadmap. We're gonna have Bina this particular week for, you know, the Heavy Armor Torment, and then we're gonna have, this is going to be Grand Assault, and then in late June later on we're gonna have Hovercraft Wakamo. My advice is, if you guys are new, right, you're still building some characters, some students, make sure you guys look up some guides to know which are the students to get ready for, right? That's going to be very important, especially for Hovercraft Wakamo. You are going to need some of the CC characters, like, you know, Kayoko is going to be the Monon or Camping Kotama. But with that, let me know what you guys think of the you know, Blue Archive on Steam. So it did say that this is going to be the date that is available just for pre-download. We're gonna try it out, I guess, tomorrow when it happens, and I guess my guess is after the maintenance. Now, one question regarding the emulator, right? And I think a lot of players are going to ask me regarding emulator. Am I still going to use emulator from time to time? I will compare and see how it goes, but I'm still most likely going to have the emulator installed. Right now, I'm using LD Player, right? So I do think that LD Player has a few advantage For example, interesting things that we have on the emulator is the ability to bypass or to actually run it at a higher FPS, which I don't know how many of you guys are actually aware of this. So right now my Blue Archive, even though right here you can see, right, this is going to be 60 FPS, right, on the Blue Archive settings. Now if I reduce this to 30, right, I'm going to show you guys. If I change this to 30, right, and you can see it's still going to be as smooth, right? Now why is that, right? Because my Blue Archive is actually running at 120 FPS. Alright, so in LD Player, there's this particular settings, alright, where you can do this, right? You can force the game to run at higher FPS. It's called high FPS mode, where I have this toggle up to 144 FPS, which is what my monitor supports, right? You guys might not be able to see it because if you guys are watching from YouTube, it's going to be on 60 FPS anyways. Now, I don't know if the PC client will have that or not. Now they better add at least 120 FPS. That would be nice. But if they don't have that, that's too bad, right? I might still stick with emulator, or I might consider installing both. For me, emulator is still something that I will constantly use with all the other games that are coming out later in June. Plenty of games that don't have native PC clients, so I'll definitely still keep it. But for you guys will have to decide and see what are the pros and cons, and especially if you have low storage, you'll have to make the best decision for yourself, right? So yeah, that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think. Blue Archive officially on Steam Store. Make sure you guys wishlist it now. As per usual, subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.